Good morning, good morning, good morning. Got a little short word for you today. Before I start, I want to give a shout out to my wife ministry, Royal Dominion Authority. This is Crossing the Jordan Ministry. I want to just come out the book of Job right quick. In the beginning of the book of Job, you see that God compared Job with being blameless and upright, shunning evil. So what I want to tell my fathers today is that anytime that you are going through something in life and you feel that the enemy is doing you this way and that way, you might need to sit back and take a look at your life. See what you are doing to cause the enemy to come to you. Because true enough in life, we are all going to go through tests and trials in our life. But when we are doing so good and the enemy comes in like this, when we are praising and worshiping God, that means we are in our right places. We are in the places where God wants us to be at that particular time in our life. So we don't need to look at it as we are doing something wrong. We need to start looking at it as I'm living my best life right now, and the enemy is hot. See, when we begin to see that the enemy is at work because of our praise and our worship then went to another level, when we start elevating and all hell breaks loose around us, we need to praise God even harder. When we think things are not going the way that we want it to go, we need to press in harder. Our pastor tells us this all the time. Let your moment be a moment. Basically meaning, don't stay in your pity party for 5 or 10 days or a year. Let your moment be just that moment. Because if the devil feel that he got you down and bound, you're not going to elevate to the next level where God is trying to get you to. God put you through that particular test to show you that you were strong enough to go to another level that's higher than this one. Because every new level that you're going to go on, you're going to meet a new devil. The devil may be the person that you hold so close dear to you on your right side or your left side. It might be your mom. It might be your dad. It might be your sister. It might be the very church house that you go at. But God is giving us a measure of faith and grace for us to keep going. Job lost everything, but in the end, he gained everything 10 times, 10-4. Why? Because of his commitment and his dedication. Even when God allowed the enemy to hit Job with the balls and the disease on his body, Job went and got in ashcloth and say, naked I come, naked I go back. That is telling you this is how real this thing was, and it still is today. I just lost all my kids. I just lost all my livelihood. And then on the back hand, I got a wife that's nagging me, telling me to curse God and die. And the very first thing that Job told her after, she said, you sound like a foolish woman. See, she was ready to compromise her faith and just leave the faith. But Job said, nah, not me. Though they slay me, we get slayed every day and we be ready to give up. Somebody touch us the wrong way, we give up. Somebody look at us the wrong way, we ready to get in our feelings and just give up. I'm going to go confront that person. I'm going to get some straightening with that person. Well, this person said that to me and this person said that about me. But think about, let's just go to Job's house for a while and see how Job had to endure the tests and the trials of a daily infliction on his body, spiritually and physically. Didn't know if he was going or coming. Then you got friends that's coming around telling you it must have been something that he did that caused him to be going through this, but they was only looking at it from a natural, but they didn't understand what was going on in the spiritual. See, once we begin to know what's going on in the spiritual, we can discern if we going through it because of something that we did or something that God is taking us through to show us, hey, I got you even through the toughest time. I got you even through the death of your family members. I got you even when the devil think that he got you. The devil has no power over your life. Stop giving the enemy credit for stuff that he does not deserve. The longer that you stay in that offense, or longer that you stay thinking that the enemy has you bound and has you tied up, I can't do this, my mind is confused, I get anxiety, I get fear. All of these are tricks of the enemy. And once you begin to see that these are the tricks of the enemy, you can begin to pray, bind these things up. If we don't bind them up, we just continue to let them run around the house. See, when you begin to bind something and bind it down and cast it down, it can't come up against you. But as believers, we are not using our authority. We'll use our authority when we feel like it's conducive to use it. But what about in the time that you really need it? When your life is going through shambles, your marriage is finna fall apart. You don't want to serve ministry no more. You don't want to serve in your capacity no more because the enemy done came in like a flood and just wreak havoc in your life. Then you want to go to the pastor and get prayer. No. Prayer starts at home. If my home is not sanctified, what makes me think I can go to church and get prayed over and everything will be all right, but you still got to go back to that same house that's not sanctified, not prayed over, not put in its right place. We can play church all day. Playing church ain't the word. The word is for the heal the sick. Yeah, we can play church. We know all the words. We know when the drummer hit a certain beat, we know to get up and dance. We know to do this. We know to do that. But what do we do when the storms of life hit us? What do we do when that storm hit our house? What do we do when we lose our child that we love so dearly? What do we do when all else fails? I love you. Stay encouraged. This is the Crossing the Jordan Ministry. Thank you.